Your name is,
I'm Shequita, the president of the Tenant Council.
and
I'm
your name.
Zanthe Gillison, the Vice President of Tenant Counsel.
Thank you. Are you satisfied with the quality of life in our community?
I have some complaints. Um, Fast cars, nowhere for the kids to play, um, drama in the neighborhood, kids running around by themselves, terrorizing your porch, the grass been cut any kind of way, and people in the rent office not coming out to see about the property when stuff gets done. They just assume that stuff is done right. When the contractors or maintenance or whomever says it's done, they go off of it instead of coming to see for themselves. So that's it.
Okay. Is the community a good place to raise children?
I feel like the community is a good place to raise children. We have programs, our school programs for kids, Monday through Friday. Um, all the kids go to the same school, so most of them know each other. They play along together. They help each other. So I think it's a good place to raise children.
Is the community a good place to grow old?
No.
And why is that?
It's not a lot of respect around here. Let's say if I was a senior and someone was to park in front of my steps and I'm old and I need to get up my steps with my cane, that would be an issue for me. So it's lack of respect because of company. I don't like that. And once again, the rent office doesn't come and do things the way they should do. So if I was a senior and I, like in my apartment, have a cracked tile that's been there for 7 years, let's say I slip on that. If I don't have any kind of assistance, how would I get up off the ground, off the floor, if I'm there and I'm 60 or 70 some years old? So no, I don't think it's a good place to grow old. Too many steps, not enough help.
Is there economic opportunity in the community?
Elaborate.
Economic meaning like jobs, businesses, training. Um,
As far as resources in this community, I don't think there's enough resources in the community. There are not enough economic training, brought into the community for those that can't really get out the community, go to other places. Um, so yeah,
is the community a safe place to live?
No,
Do neighbors know and trust one another?
somewhat.
Do they look out for each other?
Um, I think some, but not all.
it depends.
Tell us
Yeah.
a little.
Like
Depends
when
the
it comes
area.
down to where I live, Grove Place, we look out for each other in the circle, the cul-de-sac area. Like when it comes down to the kids, everybody is the mother to somebody's child. If my neighbors across the street is not outside, I'm outside. And I'm telling the kids to do what they need to do. If I'm not outside, my neighbors are outside looking out for my children. So it's like each one teach one down there with the kids, or they got 2 or 3 mamas down there. We ain't ashamed to say what we need to say. We love the kids like we love our own kids down there. So, but when it comes down to up the hill, Oak Street and Myrtle Street area, their kids are down there with us terrorizing the kids, and the moms are nowhere to be found, and you can tell that it's not oriented like how we are down there as far as mothers being mothers to all the kids on our streets. Big difference.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
You agree?
I do.
Okay. Did you want to add anything to it?
Um, well, I mean, I think that the communication level with the different areas of the community are not equally based. because if it was, then you have some parents in other areas up on the hill. If you say something to their child, they want to act ugly with you instead of taking the compliment and trying to do better. Because like she said, we watch out for all the kids, whether they ours or not.
Mhm.
And when they come down in the cul-de-sac, they have to abide by our rules or they have to go home.
Mhm.
So when it come down to the community, I think that it shouldn't just be that area that looks out for one another. I think everyone should look out for one another in this community because we all live in the same area.
Yeah.
Are there networks of support for individuals and families, churches, organizations that reach out and help throughout the community?
Yes, yes, we have Northside Church. Well, recently here, Northside has they've withdrawn um, their help is in the community. We have the Presbyterian Church, we have World Harvest, we have Zion Baptist Church, we have Pleasant Hill. So those
St. Peter's.
St. Peter, Chanel, those churches they do reach out to the community and they do sponsor some of the events that we have for the kids and this the tenants alone in the community. So,
Now, you said an organization withdrew their support. What organization is that again?
from my understanding, it was Northside, and they only withdrew because of the lack of communication with the parents and the children. These churches they come together. They have come together in the past to bring programs like the after school program, summer programs in for the kids, and that funding strictly comes out of their pockets. But when they cannot get the parents to participate as far as disciplining the children and making sure that their kids come in a respectful manner and can settle down without being told 10 times to be quiet or to stop hitting or to stop horse playing. These are elderly people. So naturally, it became to be too much for them. So um, some of them decided not to come back to school term.
And that was the reason why the kids, the same kids we were discussing that run around in the neighborhood by themselves, their parents nowhere inside, they go in the house all types of different nights and they do what they want to do. Even if you tell them to get off the street, they still feel like they can
And
talk
they
to you
don't
any
have
kind of
no
way.
respect.
No home training. That's those same children. So
Wow. What can residents do collectively to make the community a better place to live?
um become better neighbors, come to the meetings, be consistent with stuff that's going on in the neighborhood, like stuff that needs to be done in our apartments. If we can all get on one accord as far as if if we can all get on one accord as far as the counters are cracked, the cabinets are very greasy and you can't get them clean, or new stoves, new refrigerators, maybe they'll go ahead and stop using the same excuse, we got to find it in the budget. And you got to walk around with a leaking refrigerator, or your food is going bad because stuff is going out, or your electricity is going out, or the toilet is running, or it's coming up out the ground, out the floor, or it's moving side to side. They can stop using the same excuse. It's out of the budget if we can all be consistent with this stuff.
Okay. Wow.
Everybody stop being afraid that they're gonna get kicked out or something like that. You know.
And Zanthe, would you like to add to anything what Quita has said?
Repeat that question for me.
What can residents do collectively to make the community a better place to live?
They can take better care of their units. Um, don't wait till something, some things, you know, in my opinion, can be adjusted just by you doing it
No,
yourself.
yeah, of course.
You know, so if the tenants take more pride in where they live, and help one another, just don't say, oh, well, that belong over there. Just throw that to the side. Because if I come outside and I see your water running, I'm gonna say, well, you know, your water is running. You want me to turn it off or let them know? Because they may not know. It could have been a child that turned the water on. Instead of just letting the water just run and fill the yard up, because that also can be, certain things can be prevented. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for each other, speaking up, and not doing it in a mean or negative way. Being more positive, showing more love, showing more concern. Showing that you appreciate to be and you're blessed to where you are, but you know you just gotta be, become a unit and get on one accord.
Okay. Are levels of mutual trust and respect increasing in the community with partners that participate um, to achieve the shared goals of the community?
There's no trust in the community. The tenant to um, management ratio, there's no trust because when it comes down to the management wants the tenants in the community to do certain things and to do what they want them to do, then management have to also follow through on their end as well and stick to their word or uphold what they say they're gonna do. Don't say you're gonna do it and then it's 6 months and nothing's been done.
Shequita, would you like to expand on that?
They have to keep their word.
Are levels of mutual trust and respect increasing among the community with the partners and
Not at all. It's still the same thing. You can ask them something and it's nonchalant. The yes or no's are nonchalant. They tell you that they can't do certain things. It's beginning to be a headache. It's like it's getting further and further away from being respected to rather than us trying to come together and work as a team. That's even dealing with us as the tenant council. You'll think that the respect level will be totally different, but no, it's terrible.
They want us to respond in a timely manner with them, but they're not responding in a timely manner with us.
Threatening
They
letters,
make
stuff like that.
They make promises to the community, or we're gonna do this, or we're gonna do that. Just be patient and give us time. Where, you know, say for instance, when we were up for our HUD inspection, they pleaded with the community to do the right thing as far as making sure their units and were intact and housekeeping was intact, their yards were intact, and that if once maintenance come in and fix something, be mindful and try to keep it up. Well, we did our part, so the community passed the inspection. Now it's time for them to come out and make additional repairs and to keep the units up to par. And
But instead,
it's always let us find it. We don't have the money to do that with.
or it's sending out letters. If we find this, we find this looking that way. When you really don't have storage to put stuff, certain places is terms of conviction. We can evict you, or your lease terminating. You can get your lease terminated and stuff like that. It's too much. And it's in bold red, and you start feeling threatened. Like, why are y'all always sending out these urgent this and that, and y'all not doing y'all part? Like when it came down to the research, they'll send you out one research letter. The next research letter that you get as a reminder coming up to your date is in bold red. If you don't hurry up and do this, your rent is gonna go up to this amount, or we gonna have to evict you if you can't pay this. And it's like, well, you just reminded me one time. Now the second letter is a threat. That's too much. Y'all need to keep up with y'all paperwork. Don't lose stuff and then try to blame it on the tenant. It's y'all fault because y'all not organized. So
What are some of the changes you would like to see in the community?
my number one change I would like to see in the community is a trusting executive in the rent office, a trusting manager, a trusting secretary, a trusting person to deal with our paperwork. Since the veranda came in and left and the new management came in and I took over, we done had 2 or 3 other executives come in. We done had 3 or 4 secretaries, or the position that's, I don't know the position that the lady had, but you know who I'm talking about. We done had about 3 or 4 of them coming out because they keep leaving, and on top of that, these people are coming in, learning our personal information, and they're losing our personal information, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of me coming up here, bringing them paperwork pertaining to my children's birth certificate and social, and you tell me, oh, I lost it. You don't lose nobody's personal information. That's not what you, that's unprofessional. Hire more professional people that's going to be concerned. So.
Okay. And Zanthe, what are some of the changes you would like to see happen in the community?
I would like to see more professional customer service when it comes down to communication. And I would like to see something that the kids can have. You know, they need an area for themselves. Because if they had an area for themselves, then they wouldn't have to play in the streets.
You mean like a playground? Some residents have suggested that maybe a playground.
A playground. There should be at least 2 playground areas out here because there are 3 different areas of residents located on the property. So 2 playground, appropriate age playgrounds for the children. I'm not sure how they can stop the speeding in the area. You know, we have certain tenants that have guests that speed in the area, and they speed in the area where there's a high volume of kids. You know, I would like to see trust in the community because I mean I'm new to the community, and I didn't see what I see now. So it poses a problem for me. It makes me not want to be here anymore.
When you say trust, what do you mean?
Trust among the people in the community, trust among the staff, you know, knowing that when something is spoken within confidence. You know, you don't have to feel like you're a topic of conversation when you enter the room among the staff, you know, or anyone, you know, for that much.
And can I add to that trust thing? You have visitors that comes on the property that are known sex offenders, that are known murderers, and you mention it to the rent office, and it's a nonchalant situation where they can come over here and visit you. They can come over here and visit people, because I have myself personally reached out, and they have reached out to an officer, and I was told that we can't stop them from coming over here visiting. That's a problem, because they sex offended on not adults, which is wrong, but it's worse when it's children and you got all these kids running around by themselves. Woods are all in this community. Ain't no telling who almost done got snatched. And when they get on these drugs heavy, really, really heavy, they start acting, they strength go to a whole nother level and their mind is on a whole nother planet. So that's
And I'm just not gonna just speak about the RHA community. We need to have trust and loyalty to the Murder Street community as
Yep.
well. Because as it stands now, they feel like they're just out on the island by themselves and nobody cares. Only thing that they care about is the RHA community, and it's only because they have a brand new multi-million-dollar apartment building over there. You know, so they have to make this community look apart to go with the building. But Murder Street feels like they've just been thrown away. You know, they have complaints of too many people living in one unit, trash all over the property, bugs, you know, in there, fire hazards and such as people blocking the breezeways and blocking their doors or whatnot. So, you know, we have to also look out for that community as well.
Okay. Well, ladies, is there anything else you would like to tell us? Anything about yourselves or the history of Roswell, hopes, dreams, aspirations, goals?
Just pray for success.
There's a program, a GED program that's going to start up, and I'm really glad that they finally brought that into the community because a lot of residents need that type of help as far as diplomas.
And starting dreams.
And
Now, who's going to be bringing that?
The Presbyterian Church.
The Presbyterian Church.
The next thing would be good if we can get some kind of space maybe to do like job fairs for the community, help a lot of these residents over here that doesn't work. Maybe bring in some kind of daycare in the community,